Oh yeah, Diddy got a podcast.
So Erika Kirk has officially confirmed in another leaked video that she was indeed in a relationship with the guy JT Massey, who I believe she was allegedly engaged to. She also admits in this video that she's lived in China before. She also admits that she lived in Romania and had an organization called Romanian Angels. She also slips up and says Charlie's name, which I thought was very strange and a quote unquote coincidence. Just another coincidence with Erika Kirk. And she also admits in this video to being a very confrontational person. But before we get to that, I would like to update you all on one of the most suspicious characters from Turning Point USA that we haven't spoken about in weeks, which is a guy by the name of John McGovern. If you all remember from the video that I did with Brian the Auditor, where he broke down many things about Turning Point USA, not just their financial records, he spoke about the highest paid individual at Turning Point USA that it was very difficult to figure out and find additional information on, a guy by the name of John McGovern. So it says here, someone named John McGovern receives an annual salary of $420,709. He is the quote unquote philanthropic gift officer. He is not listed on the TPUSA website. It's hard to pin down who this is. You would think the highest paid employee would be listed somewhere. He's a 34-year-old I found in Tempe, Arizona. Or maybe that's just Temp, Arizona. I can't find much else on him other than he spent most of his time living in Arlington, Virginia. In 2022, Turning Point Action paid John McGovern $26,113, which is 5% of the total raised for fundraising activities. Right.
So either way, it's a lose-lose for her. To me, meaning like I don't know how she can explain it.
Right. There would still be questions regardless.
Yeah, there's still, and it's all these guys. John McGovern, he didn't even try hiding it. His name is John McGovern, and he was a Turning Point. I forgot his position, some kind of director. And then he has his name right on here. I think it's the fourth to the bottom.
Yeah.
He need like at least these guys create a company. He said, "Oh, I'm not even going to bother. Who cares? Just pay me." And sure enough, he gets I believe 26,000. So yeah, if we ask ourselves, is this legal? I'm actually not sure. But to me, legality aside, especially from a Christian perspective,
it's unethical.
It's totally unethical, immoral. And why don't the donors know about this?
Another interesting thing about this is that it wasn't just Brian the Auditor that was struggling to find additional information about this person. But if I remember correctly, I believe Zach from Wolves in Finance, and I also believe Candace Owens was struggling to figure out exactly who this guy was, if I remember correctly. That is until this information here has come out as of yesterday. So it says here, is this Mr. John McGovern? I've been looking for you since September like a ghost. So you are a philanthropist and a manager making more money than Charlie. Let's discuss. And we can see here, I guess this is John McGovern. And unless I'm mistaken, I believe this is the first time I've seen a picture of him. Who is the guy he's standing beside? Why does he look familiar? Why does he look like JT Massey in a way? He looks familiar to me. And obviously that's Expediliosis, the incredible, fantastical Mikey McCoy here in the middle, and two other gentlemen over here. And it says this is the Matson family, right? 250,000. I always found it interesting that they have Mikey McCoy to dress like some kid that's super innocent while everybody else is in suits and collars and dress shoes and slack pants. That's always in it. I wonder if that's intentional to try to make this guy look innocent. But yeah, this is very interesting because I don't know if up until this point, I know there was a bit of confusion about what this guy even looked like just a couple of months ago. So I believe this is my first time personally seeing what the guy looks like, right? John McGovern, philanthropic gift officer. So it shows here, I guess it would have been easy for me to find out what he looked like. It shows here that I guess it was on the website, but I don't know why I didn't see this before. And it also shows here almost $81 million in expenses, almost $85 million total in revenue, with just about $4 million in income. And Mr. John McGovern is listed as the highest paid by far as a manager. And then you have, of course, Charlie Kirk right under him at 285. But then another manager, guy by the name of Daniel Flood, is at 269,000. So he's essentially being paid the same amount as Charlie Kirk. And then we have another person named Marina Minas at 232,000. And then somebody that I skipped, Hertzberg at 264,000, which is essentially the same amount as Charlie. So you have about four people being paid either around the same amount or more than Charlie Kirk, which maybe that's a common thing that's very interesting. I know that Charlie is the face, so maybe behind the scenes, he isn't as responsible for doing a lot of the quote unquote groundwork and quote unquote dirty work. I don't know. But usually the CEO, the CFO are typically the ones that get paid the most. So this is interesting. Also, another update. Do you all remember the video that I did? I also believe a couple of months ago where I covered Governor Kirk from Florida, and he married a woman by the name of Erika, and she spells her name with a K, which means when she married the governor, her name would become Erika Kirk. And the similarities between that political couple and Charlie Kirk and Erika Kirk from Arizona was so similar that it was weird. Well, there was a video that just leaked online of someone making the comparison, and I think they did an incredible job. I would just like to say, if you would like to see a further breakdown, because there are other weird things about this, that was from another content creator's channel, I will include the link in the description. So go and check that out when you get a chance, because more people are finding all the more weird anomalies and coincidences around this Erika Charlie Kirk situation.
This is Erika Kirk. Another Erika Kirk. Same exact name, same exact spelling, both political wives, both married to outspoken Republicans. Current Erika is nicknamed Miss Arizona, and the first Erika was nicknamed Madam X. People called the first Erika Kirk Madam X because they say she just kind of showed up out of nowhere. Both have striking blue eyes and blonde hair. They even do their eyeliner the same, and personally, I think they have the same face structure. The first Erika Kirk passed away now, but was from Palm Beach County, Florida, which raises another huge red flag. If you've been following my videos, you know why. I don't want to tell you guys what to think. I'm simply giving you the information. Do you think these are like all coincidences, or is there something else going on here?
Now let's get to JT Massey and Erika Kirk. There's a video that just leaked of Erika and JT Massey sitting together, flirting with each other, and I want you to just take a listen.
Sex sells, babe.
Hi.
Hi.
Good morning, America.
I've lived in China. I've lived in Chongqing. I've been to Romania. I've been to Croatia. Lived in Puerto Rico for a little bit. Really handsome.
You look gorgeous. Are you fixing my... I got a little bacon. Babe, that's deep in there. Give them a cleavage. People want cleavage. Showcase it.
Sex sells, babe.
Sex sells. That's me.
That's against our religion.
It's not. It's within the confines of marriage.
I don't... We need...
What? We're checking the lighting? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we're checking the lighting. Roll camera one! Hi, I'm JT Massey. I am 25 years old from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'm a minor league baseball player with the Colorado Rockies, and I'm going to be racing with my girlfriend.
Hi, I'm Erika Franzwe. I'm 25 years old from Scottsdale, Arizona, and I currently live in Venice, California.
So March 1st, we went on our first date.
Well, I got it wrong because I thought it was
Yes.
the day before, and I called him and I was like, hi, so I'm going to be running late for our date, and he's like, actually, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm sitting at dinner with my dad in Arizona, and I'm like, did I mess up the date or what? End up standing up from the table to call her, and she messed up the date.
I did, so we went to Maggiano's.
Yeah, it worked out.
It was good.
We went to Maggiano's. I picked her up. It was raining.
It was.
Kind of different night in Arizona, and picked her up at her house, and later met her mom on the first night.
It's a big deal for the
Exciting
first
stuff.
night.
Yeah, not trying to scare her off or anything.
But it was good.
It was great. Easy conversation.
And then we spent literally every single day with each other since then. And I couldn't go to his house that he was staying at because I wasn't allowed to, because the girl who was married to the guy he was living with was very territorial of her nest. So we had to brainstorm of different places to socialize and meet at.
Hang out.
So we would close out coffee shops and Chipotle's, and we just brainstormed. We would do we did hiking together.
We hiked Camelback Mountain.
We did. That was fun.
Yeah, but just every day in March, a new adventure. We walked around that one parking lot all day. We were going to do some racing, and then we didn't. And then we just looked at artwork.
I know, we just...
But we'll just walk around a Walmart for like an hour, and we'll look down, and
we played football inside of Sports Authority.
We did. We passed football inside of Sports Authority before we almost got in trouble, but we got out of there. We got out of there pretty safe.
So we somehow always find a way to make the best out of any situation that we're in. Because we like to have fun. Life's too short.
Like a long distance relationship, the travel and the communication required, it's like we went through a little test through these first 5 months before.
Well, and not only that, like think about the time difference. Like I'm 2 hours behind, so he doesn't get to sleep until like 2. And I go to bed at like midnight or sometimes even later. And then when we are here in Tulsa together, we don't go to bed for the first night until like 3-ish because we stay up talking because it's like a slumber party.
Right. You're catching up with your best friend and then she's on California time and then it's usually like a late flight because she's finishing work. And so it's just we're used to crazy schedules because of our unique jobs anyway, so it's just
organized chaos. We cook a lot together and dance in the kitchen. And he sings to me because he's an incredible singer.
I love music.
I love when when I'm away, he serenades me. He'll send me videos.
Just a little something to tide her up. Doing like outdoor activities when we're together usually. So we went hiking in spring training when we first met. And then a lot of our time has been fishing when she comes in town because I'll have a day off every now and then, and we'll usually use that day to get outside and do something together, which
we play basketball pickup together, which I love because
pick up at the Y.
It's my jam right there.
Yeah, she's on point guard. I tell her to pass it to me every time, pretty much, because that's what it's about.
That's how I get my assists.
Right, because I'm going to take it to the rack.
Yeah, for sure.
But everything's been great this first 5 months, but it has been a short period, and we know that. So I guess the conflicts could be just the fear of the unknown. We think we know each other pretty well, but I'm sure the strain and the different challenges that Amazing Race would bring out, you don't really know what to be prepared for. So that the fear of the unknown would be kind of a conflict. Kind of see what to expect out of the person when they are at that level of sleep deprivation or at that level of stress and that far from home. So I'm confident in our abilities, but really don't know what it's going to bring out. I've been to Kenya. I lived overseas in Melbourne, Australia for about 4 months, and been to some of the Caribbean, but traveled all over the nation, the continental U.S. with work and into Canada. So been going a lot in a lot of different ways to travel, from bus to train to a lot of airport time, and I know she's spent a lot of time in the airport with her job and with different things.
Gypsy.
Yeah, flying around.
Yeah, but I think both of us have been to poor areas, so we understand kind of how intense a different culture can be and how it can actually be, for lack of better terms, a culture shock. Especially like I've lived in China, I've lived in Chongqing, I've been to Romania, I've been to Croatia, lived in Puerto Rico for a little bit. So even though we haven't been dating long, there are some key things that are like the pillars of our relationship. One of them obviously being our faith. The other one being that we just have a borderless heart to help people and to give back. And you know, I have been to Romania and teamed up with the Marine Corps to open up and sustain an orphanage with 75 beautiful children. And that's called Romanian Angels through my nonprofit, Everyday Heroes Like You. And I know JT has also done some nonprofit work as well.
Yeah, I went to Kenya with a nonprofit organization called With Open Eyes. And we had the opportunity to do prison ministry, and we visited several orphanages around the Nairobi area in Kenya.
We play sports. We're good at sports and things like that, and we're athletic, and we love to run around and travel, and we don't need sleep. I don't need sleep. I drink coffee. I drink like 8 cups of coffee a day.
Dragon Komodo.
Yeah, I drink Komodo Dragon coffee.
You sound like that guy, Charlie, or what's his name? Grizzly knows best. Chrisley knows best.
I did. That's awful. That's really scary.
And then another thing is that we're both athletes. So, I mean, I played basketball since I was 5 and never actually thought that, when I was younger, I didn't expect to really go anywhere with it. And then I played in college for a little bit at Regis University in Denver, which is ironic because you're with the Rockies organization.
Right. We were actually in Denver for a little bit at the same time. It's crazy how our paths have crossed along the way a little bit. But yeah, I I'm a minor league baseball player, so athletically, any challenges involving things like that, I feel really confident about our chances. And in regards to my contract, there is no issues as far as the upcoming shooting and filming this fall with The Amazing Race. All cleared to go.
I went to college. He didn't
I
yet.
didn't. I signed
He will
out
one day.
of high school to play, so.
Yeah. But you're still smart.
I was going to go to the University of Virginia
Yeah.
and had several offers to go play, and it just worked out for me to sign with the Rockies when I was an 18-year-old to pursue that dream that's kind of always been my dream since I was 4 years old.
But he's
you're
street
the smart. You're the
No,
smart one.
I guess I could be the book smart side, and you're
I'm the street smart.
I graduated magna cum laude from Arizona State University. I took kind of the scenic route of school. I went to, like I said, Regis University in Denver for basketball, and then transferred to Loyola Marymount University in LA. And then when I won Miss Arizona USA, I had to move back home to Arizona and finish at ASU just because I wanted to be in the state that I was representing, and it was going to be a lot. So since we're used to always being on the go, and I live a gypsy life, and he basically does too, from hotel to hotel, we're very used to like picking up and going. And so for me, it does not take me long to get ready in the morning. I'll throw my hair up or just keep it down like a lion's mane and have it be absolute chaos and just go. Granted, it does take me super long to get ready for bed.
That's not the problem, though. I mean, the morning get up and go, that's nice to have.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, I live out about 2 bags for like 7 months of the year. I have like 2 bags, and then when I went and worked in Australia, I took 2 bags. So I can get up and go and go from city to city, hotel to hotel. That's been my job. A little bit of Spanish from my time playing ball with my buddies.
Dominicans.
Dominican Republic, Venezuela, Puerto Rico, La Isla Le Encanta, Puerto Rico.
We have a ton of like family and friends that would follow us on this show, so
so much.
Yeah, we would have a lot of people watching in and tuning in, and
because we've been all over, and we have
internationally too. Like you're talking all over the place. People would be like, The Amazing Race is on, and we're going to be watching.
I mean, I don't want to give you too much of a shout out, but you have like 10,000 something Twitter.
10,000 Twitter followers?
Yeah, that's a lot.
10,000.
That's part of our competitive side. We want to keep a sharp edge. So
But
we
we,
go to
like,
the
do it
Y and
together.
just try people.
But we're
like, who wants some?
Yeah.
Because they're like a sweet little girl like this, you're like, you don't know. And then you get crossed up and you're back on the floor. You're like laying on the floor. You're like, what just happened?
What'd you do?
And she's wearing a little Converse, and you're like,
I wear my Chucks.
I'm standing back there. I'm just like, yeah, that's how she rolls. Yeah.
We would both carry our own.
I think it'd be.
He would be driving the whole time. I will not drive.
I will be able.
I will not drive. I will try and give direction.
Yeah.
I'll be like your own little tom-tom. Siri.
You could try to give directions.
Siri. I can try.
Right. You could try. You could try to give directions. I'm probably going to be doing driving
I'm sorry,
and
I'm
directions.
not built with a gyroscope in my brain.
Well, you use your brain well. You just don't know where you're going while you're using it. I feel like sometimes.
Because I go with landmarks. I'm a landmark person.
That's fine, but when you haven't been somewhere, what kind of landmarks are you going to use?
Exactly. That's why when my phone wasn't working the other day, I got lost in Tulsa.
That's all right, because I'll handle that. I would like that opportunity to do that. You can communicate and do all the fun stuff. Okay. And I'll just like drive, and I'll be your Amazing Race chauffeur.
I think our team strategy would just be just staying focused on us, because both of us can overanalyze things, and he especially, and I like to.
Yeah, I do.
Both of us like to people please, so we're gonna have to learn to like. This is not a time to make friends, even though we're gonna want to, because that's just naturally our personalities. But I think we're both of us gonna have to like hone in and just be focused on us and just. Hard.
Lock in on this team.
Yeah.
JT and E.
But we're not going to make T-shirts. We promise.
No
we're
T-shirts.
Not going to or hats.
No, we've
souvenirs.
seen those in the past, and we're kind of over those.
Yeah, team T-shirts are super awkward.
No, we're going to make fun of you if you make a team T-shirt.
We would definitely make.
That's
fun
coming
of you.
down hard.
And we wouldn't even be afraid to make fun of you. We would probably make fun of you to your face too.
For sure.
Because whatever we say about them. Yeah. Behind their back, we would say to their face.
For sure, 100%.
That's how we roll.
That's how we roll. Mm-hmm. Straight up.
So if we don't like you, we'll tell you.
If you don't know, now you know.
If you don't know, now you know.
Yeah.
Censored.
Probably.
Censored.
Probably not going to say it.
Censored right there. Okay. I think I mean, I'm very vocal.
You are, and I
think you would just bite your tongue.
Here's how we're different.
Okay.
But here's one way, because we're very similar.
Yeah.
I avoid conflict and confrontation,
I
and
love
she is highly
conflict.
confrontational.
I am.
And so we balance each other out a little bit. But
Because he'll hold me back, be like, babe,
whoa,
it's not.
Pull the reins.
It's okay.
On this.
You don't need to worry. Put that in perspective. Yeah. You don't need to. I know.
But at some point, if she's my little pit bull here, I'll let it go. Yeah. I'll let the leash out.
Thank you.
And
because I'm very protective.
I'm very protective of you, very much so. I know. If somebody bumped you in an airline ticket line, it's coming to fisticuffs.
Game over.
I got Tom O'Leary and Miguel Rodrigo as my right fist, and they're coming down
on whoever hurt me.
Yeah,
I know.
Okay,
I would do the same thing.
And just FYI, if you need to like jump stuff to go to get to tickets or to different obstacles, we're very agile.
Yes, we can jump.
High agility level.
Yeah.
It's
granted,
scary.
I am scared of heights. I am scared of heights.
I am too. So that would pose a problem, but we would be overcomers.
We would.
But it would be very uncomfortable.
Yeah. But anything dealing with confrontation, that's on me.
That's her. She lets it out.
Calm, cool, and collected. Yeah. I have my pretty boy right here for that.
Cold as ice.
As cold as ice.
I love when you pet my face.
I know your beard's really soft.
Yeah.
But yes, pick us.
Please.
We will not let you down.
No. It'll be fun.
It will be super fun.
It'll be great. It'll be a great show.
And we're gonna win.
And we're gonna win. We're gonna win.
Yeah.
We're gonna win.
Babe! Oh my god! It might be a cockroach.
No. Do not tell me that.
Mm-hmm. Do this.
Sex sells, baby.
Sex sells, baby? Right, I got you. I'm with you. Again, it almost seems strategic. Whoever is releasing these clips, it seems like they're just releasing them one after the other. Because if you're going to tell me all of this stuff has just been readily available on the internet and people just wasn't able to, no, I don't believe that. All these internet sleuths, nobody's found it up until this point. And here's the bigger question. If Erika Kirk and Turning Point USA are going to be sending out cease and desist letters to independent journalists, to people like Candace Owens.
This Turning Point USA, a cease and desist. Is that what we're doing? Is this the chapter that we are on? We're turning the chapter here to lawfare. This is what's left. You want us to believe this is Charlie's legacy? In the future, Turning Point USA is going to be thought of as the girl that peaked in high school. You know, free market capitalism, open debate, prove me wrong. Now it's suddenly shut up and serve the new queen. That's what they want, right? So just to recap, our cultural cardinal rule number 1 is that it's gay to send a legal letter. It's very gay. You shouldn't do it, especially if you can just pick up the phone and call someone.
Because it's considered defamation and you can't, quote unquote, prove the things that you're saying. Yet all of these weird other narratives and video clips that are being released about Erika Kirk, I would just imagine if I'm the PR person, I would get ahead of this and say, yes, I had relationships before. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing suspicious about it. And I would try to clean that up. But instead, there are clips of you holding guns and being a part of films where you're protecting and working with the shadowy government. I would just imagine if I were in her position, I would want to get ahead of this. But it seems that she or Turning Point USA, their representatives, the PR people, don't feel like that's a great idea for whatever reason. Why do you all think that is? Hop in the comment section and let me know, man. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.
Oh yeah, Diddy got a podcast.